Yeah, good morning, all of you. I am Dr. Pradeep Kumar, working as assistant professor in St. Peter's Engineering College, Autonomous, Hyderabad. In the last class, we have been learned about the topic of the batteries. In that session, we have been discussed the introduction about the batteries and the requirement for a good battery and advantages, disadvantages and types of the batteries, isn't it? These things actually we have been learned from the previous session. Okay, today we are going to talk about the primary batteries. Okay, yeah. Actually the batteries are two types. First type is primary batteries and second type is secondary batteries. Primary batteries or primary cells, secondary batteries or secondary cells. These are the two types of the batteries are there. In this session, especially today, we will discuss about the primary batteries. Okay, primary batteries. What is the primary batteries? The primary batteries is nothing but which cannot rechargeable. Which cannot rechargeable. If you use the battery after completing the energy in that battery, what we have to do? We have to throw out, isn't it? We have to throw out that battery because those are not rechargeable, isn't it? In this type of primary batteries, actually there is no any reverse reactions, isn't it? There is no any reverse reaction, so that's why these batteries are not rechargeable, isn't it? Once if we complete the energy from that battery, if we use total energy from that battery, it becomes dead. It becomes dead. We cannot uh, activate the materials in that battery after completing the energy in that battery, isn't it? In the case of the secondary batteries, we can activate the chemical material which are present in the secondary battery. Uh, we can activate by adding, by passing the external electricity. But in the case of primary batteries, this type of charging process is not there. So that's why these are the not chargeable batteries. As we discussed in the earlier class, the examples of the primary batteries, what are the examples are there? We have lithium battery, zinc batteries and mercury batteries, etc. we have in the examples of the primary batteries. In your syllabus, especially you have lithium battery, lithium primary battery. So in this session we'll talk about the lithium primary batteries or lithium primary cells. Okay, yeah. In this session especially we are going to discuss about the lithium primary batteries, or we can say cells also, isn't it? Lithium primary cells. In this session we'll talk about the lithium batteries. Okay, yeah. These in this lithium primary batteries, actually we have mainly three components. In the lithium batteries, in the lithium primary batteries, we have mainly three components. The first component is anode electrode, and next one is cathode electrode, and finally we have third one, that is electrolyte. Actually every battery is having these three types of components mainly in the batteries. Okay, in the case of the lithium primary batteries, what is the anode electrode? Anode electrode. Anode electrode is here lithium metal. Lithium metal is the anode electrode in this lithium primary batteries. And what is the cathode electrode? The cathode electrode, here it may be metal oxides or metal sulfides. Okay, metal oxides or metal sulfides. What is the electrolyte? Here the electrolyte is mainly polymers. We can use here polymers as an electrolyte. Mainly we are using organic polymers. But these are the mainly three components we have in the lithium primary batteries. In this case, lithium metal is acting as a anode electrode, and in the case of the cathode electrode, here we are using metal oxides or it may be metal sulfides. In the electrolytic solution, here we are using organic polymers. These are the main components we have in the lithium primary batteries. Here we are using metallic lithium, isn't it? Pure metallic lithium as an anode electrode. So these type of batteries are also known as lithium metal batteries. Okay, these metallic lithium, here we are using actually anode electrode, so that's why these batteries are also referred as lithium metal batteries. Okay, here in this lithium primary batteries, why we are using specially as an electrode lithium? Here we are using lithium is an especially anode electrode. Okay, why we are using lithium as an anode electrode in these batteries? Because lithium is a lightweight metal, isn't it? Lithium is a light in weight actually, isn't it? Lightweight metal, and it is having the highest oxidation potential, isn't it? It is having highest oxidation potential, and also it is a good conductor. Okay, these mainly having these three reasons. In the batteries, mainly we are using primary battery lithium as an electrode. Okay, lithium is having mainly these three characteristics. What are they? Actually, this lithium metal is having light in weight, isn't it? And it is also having the highest oxidation potential, which can give the maximum voltage. And also this lithium is a good conductor. Having these three characteristics, lithium is the first choice of the anode electrode in the batteries. Okay, having these mainly three characteristics, lithium is the first choice of the taking the anode electrode. Okay, you already know about the what is anode, what is cathode, what type of reactions are there in the at the anode and cathode, what is the role of the electrolytic solutions, isn't it? I hope you already know about these things from your previous intermediate level. Okay, but now I am going to remind you these things. Okay, yeah, actually at anode always oxidation takes place. At anode electrode oxidation takes place. At cathode electrode the reduction takes place. At anode oxidation takes place. At cathode the reduction takes place. Okay, now what is the oxidation? What is mean by the oxidation here? The loss of electrons is known as oxidation. The loss of electron. Metal can lose easily electrons and forms metal cations, isn't it? The loss of electrons is known as oxidation. Okay, and it reverse to the oxidation is reduction, that is the gaining of the electron. That means the taking the electron is a reduction. At cathode always we have the reduction. Okay, we have the reduction, that means here the gaining of electron. Okay, if you have a metal oxide, it can takes electrons and gives and forms MO2 minus. Okay, this is known as the reduction. You just remember that in the batteries or cells we have anode, cathode. At anode always oxidation can takes place. Oxidation is nothing but loss of electron. And at cathode always we have the reduction nothing but gaining of the electrons. That is these type of reactions can take place at the cathodic electrode. Okay, and what is the role of the electrolytic solutions here? It may be transferring of the ions from one electrode to another electrode. This is the role of the electrolyte in the cells or batteries. Okay, yeah, I will discuss about the lithium primary batteries. As we discussed, in the lithium batteries we have lithium is an anode electrode and metal oxides or metal sulfides are taking as cathodic electrodes. That means, and the reduction takes place at the cathodic side, and here we have electrolytic material. Okay, these are the main three components we have. Yeah, most widely used lithium primary batteries are lithium manganese dioxide primary battery. Okay, yeah, most widely used lithium primary battery is lithium manganese dioxide primary battery. Okay, in this type of we'll discuss about this battery, that is lithium manganese dioxide primary battery. Okay, before discussing about the lithium manganese dioxide primary battery, actually the lithium primary batteries are mainly we can say two types, solid lithium batteries and liquid lithium batteries. Solid lithium batteries are there and liquid lithium batteries also we have. But most widely used batteries are the solid lithium batteries because of having the advantages. It is solid lithium batteries are having the many advantages, so we can use widely the solid lithium batteries. From that, today will discuss about the lithium manganese dioxide primary battery. Okay, in this lithium manganese dioxide primary battery, actually we have the as we discussed in the previous, that is lithium is act as anode. Lithium metal is acting as anode, and here the manganese dioxide is cathode, acting as a cathode. And here the electrolyte material also is there. Electrolyte material, that is, here we are using mainly organic polymer. Organic polymer, which is a solid. In these components, almost all the components, that is lithium, manganese dioxide, electrolyte material, all are in the solid state only. All are in the solid material. So that's why this is comes under the category of the solid lithium batteries. Okay. In this, the lithium is acting as a anodic electrode, and manganese dioxide is acting as a cathodic electrode, and electrolyte is the organic polymer. Okay. Yeah, these lithium manganese dioxide battery is a high efficient, reliable battery with an operating voltage of 3 volts. With an operating voltage of 3 volts. And this lithium manganese dioxide primary battery also can operate in the wide range of temperature regions. Okay, this lithium manganese dioxide also we can operate in the wide range of temperature regions. Okay, and these lithium manganese dioxide batteries can available in both coin type and cylindrical shapes. These lithium manganese dioxide primary batteries are also available in the coin type as well as cylindrical shapes. Okay, and in these lithium manganese dioxide primary batteries, actually we are using the manganese dioxide as an cathode electrode, isn't it? We are going to heat the manganese dioxide material over 300 degree Celsius. Before place in the batteries, this manganese dioxide material we are going to heat up to 300 degrees Celsius to remove the any unwanted moisture. If we have any unwanted moisture, that is water content in this material, we are going to give the temperature, that is 300 degrees Celsius. Then we can remove the moisture, so that the battery efficiency will increases. Okay, yeah, this is the main components present in the lithium manganese dioxide primary batteries. Yeah, we'll check the simple construction of the lithium manganese dioxide battery. Simple construction, how the construction is there, that means the structure of the lithium manganese dioxide battery. Okay, lithium manganese dioxide primary battery. It's a primary battery. Okay, we'll discuss about the construction. Simple structure of the lithium manganese dioxide primary battery here. Yeah, if you check here, we'll have battery is having mainly 3 components, as we discussed, here we have the lithium anode electrode plate and manganese dioxide cathode electrode plate and electrolyte. Organic polymer is an electrolytic solution. Okay, yeah. If you see here, we'll check. Yeah, this is a lithium anode electrode plate, and yeah, if you see how to draw the diagram of the lithium manganese dioxide primary battery. Okay, yeah, you just observe how I am going to draw the lithium manganese dioxide primary battery. Okay, yeah, this is the simple structure of the lithium manganese dioxide primary battery. If you see here, yeah, here we have two electrodes, that is one is anodic electrode, that is nothing but lithium, and one is cathodic electrode, that is manganese dioxide electrode plate here, isn't it? These two are the lithium. This is lithium electrolyte electrode plate, which acts as anode. Okay, and it is a manganese dioxide electrode plate which acts as cathode. Okay, and here we have in between the both the electrodes, here we have one separator. Here we have one separator to separate the both the electrodes. Okay, this is the separator, and in this battery we have a electrolyte. Okay, this total battery will be filled with this electrolytic material, that is a solid one, isn't it? This is also solid, but generally we are using liquids or the electrolytes in the cells, but in the case of these solid primary batteries, especially we are using only solid electrolytes. Those are organic polymers. Is it clear, all of you? Yeah, this is the electrolytic solution material. Electrolyte, mostly we can use organic polymer here, isn't it? Organic polymer. And these two electrodes, when we connect to the external device, when we connect to the external device, then the electron transfer can takes place. Okay, if you take this one is a one electrode, this one is a another electrode, this is having the negatively charged electrode, this is positively charged electrode. Okay, this is the simple construction of lithium manganese dioxide primary battery. Okay, in this we have mainly three components, as we discussed in the previous earlier session. That is, here lithium electrode plate is there, which acts as anode electrode, and manganese dioxide electrode plate is there, which is acting as cathodic electrode, and here we have a separator both in between the lithium and manganese dioxide, and here we have the electrolyte material, that is mostly we are using organic polymer, it is a solid one. Okay, all the main three components are here solid only. Okay, when we connected this battery into the external device, it may be gadgets or it may be whatever, the watches, clocks, and mobiles, whatever it may be, external device, when we connect to the external device, what happens here, this lithium electrode plate, we have the reactions at, this is anode, isn't it? This is anode and this is cathode. Okay, when we connect this battery to the external device, then the reactions, observe here what are the reactions can take place at the electrodes. At anode we have the reaction, that is lithium. At anode what we have? Lithium, isn't it? Lithium metal is there. At cathode manganese dioxide is there, isn't it? Lithium at anode, the lithium at anode what happens? Usually oxidation can take place. Oxidation is nothing but loss of electrons, isn't it? So this lithium can lose the electron and forms Li plus, and by removing the electron, by losing the electron here. And at cathode we have the reduction reaction, nothing but gaining of the electron. Taking the electron is reduction. So at cathode we have the acting as manganese dioxide, isn't it? Manganese dioxide is acting as a cathode. It is also solid, lithium also solid. Here the manganese dioxide also solid. What happens? By it can accept the electrons and form MnO2 minus. MnO2 minus. It is a reduction reaction. Okay. What is the net reaction here? What is the net reaction? This electron will get cancelled, and we have the lithium plus, here left side you see here, lithium plus manganese dioxide, and here Li plus remaining MnO2 minus we have. This is the net reaction. Okay, actually this Li plus and MnO2 minus is equals to, what is this? Lithium manganese dioxide. This is the material. Okay, here the electrons can transfer, whatever the electrons released by the lithium metal here, these can transfers and moves. This is the direction of the electron moving. Okay, this is the direction of the electron moving, and this is the direction of the electron moving, isn't it? Whatever the electrons released by the lithium metal or lithium electrode, this can move to the cathodic side, isn't it? From anodic side to cathodic side, that is MnO2 side. Then we'll get the energy here. Moving of the electron is nothing but current, electricity, isn't it? So in this way we will get the energy, current, isn't it? And the ions can transfer by the electrode. What is the role of the electrolytic solution material here? The electrons can transfer through this external device, and the ions, whatever the lithium plus MnO2 minus ions are there, those can transfer by the electrolyte, isn't it? And we will form the lithium manganese dioxide material finally. Okay, this is the simple mechanism behind the lithium and manganese dioxide primary batteries. Okay, this is the simple mechanism. Here we have the battery. In that battery especially, lithium acts as anode, manganese dioxide acting as cathode. In between we have the separator is there, and also we have the electrolytic organic polymer solid material is there, isn't it? When we connect into the external device, the electrons can move from the anodic side, that is lithium side, to cathodic side. Okay, electrons can move to anodic side to cathodic side, and we'll have the energy. Okay, we'll generate the energy here. These reactions can continuously taking place while we using the battery. Okay, once these materials, that is lithium and manganese dioxide, once it is deactivated, that means the battery becomes dead. But these reactions actually not reversible. These reactions are not reversible in the case of the primary battery. So once we finish the energy from the battery, we cannot use this, we cannot charge this. So these are the not rechargeable batteries, isn't it? And in this battery, lithium manganese dioxide primary battery, we are using all the components of the solids. So that's why these batteries are also known as dry batteries. Dry batteries, because we are using all the solids. There is no any liquid in these batteries. So that's why these are also known as dry batteries. Okay, this is the simple mechanism behind the lithium and manganese dioxide primary batteries. Okay, I will check the uses. What are the uses of these lithium batteries? What are the uses of the lithium batteries? Here, what are the uses of the lithium batteries? These lithium batteries, button sized, as we discussed in earlier, these lithium batteries are available in the both button size and cylindrical, coin size and cylindrical shapes. The button size or coin type of the lithium batteries we can use in the watches, electronic, what we can say, small electronic gadgets, isn't it, etc. The coin type we can use in the watches and small electronic gadgets, etc. Okay, while the cylindrical type of the batteries we can use in the clocks and remotes, torches, etc. Okay, these are the uses of the lithium manganese dioxide primary batteries. Button size or coin size, coin shape type of the batteries we can use in the watches, small electronic gadgets, etc. While in the case of the cylindrical shaped batteries we can use in the clocks, remotes, torches, etc. Okay, these are the uses. Okay, what are the advantages actually? What are the advantages of these primary lithium batteries? Advantage. If you take the advantages, we need to discuss the advantages of these lithium primary batteries. Coming to the advantages, actually here, these lithium primary batteries are having the voltage is higher, 2 to 4 times higher than 2 to 4 times higher voltage than conventional zinc anode batteries. Okay, these lithium primary batteries are having the higher voltage. It can generate the higher voltage which is 2 to 4 times higher than that of the conventional zinc anode batteries. Okay, it can give the more voltage, and these lithium batteries are also is having in the lightweight, isn't it? Lightweight and compact size, and having the compact size which can use in the easy transport. Easy transport. Okay, and this lithium is having highest oxidation potential, standard oxidation potential. So it can generate more voltage over 3 volts. Okay, voltage can give the more than 3 volts. Okay, and also this lithium batteries is having all the components solids. All the components present in the lithium primary batteries are solid, so there is no any leakage problem. No leakage problem. And these lithium batteries, primary batteries, also available in the different shapes. Okay, these are the main advantages of the lithium primary batteries. These lithium primary batteries are actually having the higher voltage, that is almost 2 to 4 times greater than the conventional zinc anode batteries. Okay, it is having the highest voltage. Okay, and these lithium manganese dioxide or lithium primary batteries are also having the light in weight and compact size, which can easy in the transportation. Okay, and it is having lithium is, we already know about that, lithium is having highest oxidation potential, which can give the maximum voltage, and in these lithium primary batteries we have all the components as solids, so there is no any leakage in the batteries. If we have any liquid, so there is a probability of the leakage in the battery, but in the case of the lithium primary batteries, all the components which are present in the lithium batteries are solids, so that's why there is no any problem of leakage. There is no any leakage problem, isn't it? Yeah, and these lithium primary batteries also available in the market, that is in the different shapes, available in the different shapes in the market. Okay, these are the main advantages of the lithium primary batteries. And what are the disadvantages? Here we have disadvantages. Mainly we have one disadvantages of lithium batteries, that is these lithium batteries are quite expensive. These are the quite expensive compared to other metal batteries. These lithium batteries are somewhat expensive. Okay, this is the discussion about the lithium primary batteries. Okay, yeah, you just read these all the information what I have given today. You just concentrate on the topic. It is very easy. Okay, yeah, and you just practice the reactions, and you go through the fundamental basics. Okay, you just go through the basic, what is electrode, what is electrolytic solution, what is the cell, what is the anode, what is cathode. Okay, what is oxidation, what is reduction, what is the role of the electrolytic solution, how the cell construction will be there. These things you already discussed in the your intermediate level. Just go through these fundamental basics, then you will get easy understand. Okay, will get easy understand. Yeah, this is the discussion about the lithium primary batteries, and in the coming class we'll discuss about the secondary batteries. Okay, see you.